Hey, it's day number 2 of this ongoing diary thing, and I'm recording because I said I would. I haven't gotten any more questions, pray tell, but some of you have responded to the video and commented about your experiences with depression, and some suggestions were made on how to deal with depression, that kind of thing. So today, I'm going to see my therapist. Now, I really don't know what to think of the experience of going to see my therapist. He's a good guy, and he's doing me a favor by allowing me to just pay him the copay for sessions, even though my insurance has run out. Basically what happened was, as my insurance came to an end, I assumed that my therapy would also end as well. But my therapist was kind enough to suggest that he had a payment plan that he would like to put me on, and asked how much I'd be able to pay. So after looking at my finances, I told him the most I could afford would be the copay, which would be the $25 per session, to which he agreed to. So he's a really good guy for continuing my therapy, even though he's only getting $25 a shot, because I know he's supposed to be making more than that. But with that being said, I really don't know what to think of the whole therapy thing, at least for in this regard. In my experiences with therapy, or at least how I understand therapy is supposed to be, it's supposed to be an investigative process. And he starts off every session asking me how I am, and I start talking about whatever happens to be in my head, because that's his philosophy. If you go in, you just start talking, and important things will eventually come out. And he makes suggestions for working with the depression, such as getting out of the house. Going someplace where there are other people, going out and being more social, things like that. But these are things that are difficult to do. For me anyway. I'm sort of mired in my life right now, and getting out of the house is a chore. As much as I hate being here and sitting here in front of my computer and staring at the same 4 web pages over and over again, or just blankly staring at my monitor, it really is a chore to get up and get out of the house and go someplace. It feels like a wasted effort. It feels like I'm doing something that's just not worth the effort, even though it is. It's getting me out of the house, getting me away from being stuck inside my own head. So his suggestions last time were to go to a shopping mall and walk around, just to be around other people, or go to the library, which was my suggestion, that I told him I could go to the library. And I've done that. I've gone to the library several times. But it's still an exercise of being by myself, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. The medication is still doing its thing. Yesterday I went to a clinic because my insurance has run out. It was suggested to me by my therapist to go to this particular clinic and pursue getting medication from them, which they gave me some of my medication, but in order for me to get all my medication, they had to refer me to a different group. So now I have to contact them and get approved by them before I can get my medication from them. So even though this is it's actions that need to be done, once again we're stuck back in a situation where it's about me being motivated. And motivation is the hardest thing. I think that as far as depression goes, it absorbs everything in terms of just normal function. What you take for granted of being able to get up and making a decision to go out the door and do stuff, it becomes a task, it becomes a chore. You actually have to try extra hard just to do the things that you normally would do. So I know that this will be a good process only because of the fact that it'll keep me active, and I'll actually have a reason to go out the door. I have to go to them. Or I also have another thing where they want me to get a blood test done, so I gotta go and get my blood drawn again. And when I started this entire process, I had my blood drawn, so now I have to do it all over again, which is irritating, because I'm not a big fan of needles. I mean, I don't know who out there is, but personally I don't like needles all that much. And that's pretty much what's going on within the last day. Is just having this paperwork that I gotta deal with, and going to see my therapist and telling him the same things I'm telling you in terms of just what has happened, and going and talking to the clinic like he had suggested. The original clinic that he had suggested basically just told me to go somewhere else, so that wasn't very helpful. Luckily there was another branch of the place that was around the corner from my house I was able to go to. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on with me today. I hope you all are doing well out there. If you're dealing with depression too, I hope that you're able to function and to get something going for yourself in terms of just, you know, basic everyday. You know, if you take a walk. I know how hard that sounds, but just go and take a walk, get out of the house. If you can, go to the library, read a book. I don't know, go to a shopping mall like my therapist suggested, and just walk around, window shop. Get out of the house and get out of your head. Help fight against the depression as best you can, if you can. I'm really hoping that you have the capacity to do that, because I know how hard it is to not. And I know it sounds like an impossibility to some of you, but in order to be able to get past this, you got to sort of work on it. That's the hardest thing, is working extra hard just to be functional. It doesn't make any sense to me that I have to work harder just to be a normal person. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what's going on. I hope you're all doing well, for those of you that aren't depressed. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or send me a PM. I'm happy to answer them. If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Just go ahead and shoot me a message. Other than that, I guess I will talk to you all later. Take it easy.